Sonic the Hedgehog, you're no match for me.
Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is Rocky Game 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second to last race here in our truck series for the Midwest Days of Thunder. Tonight we're racing our one and only road course of the playoffs here at Watkins Glen. My opinion, my favorite road course to run in a stock car, that is. We got 12 guys left in the playoff, getting ready to narrow that down to 8 after tonight for their championship race at Homestead next week, I believe. So as these guys go around track, let's go ahead and take a quick look at those current point standings. We lead the points, Alex Forte, Chase Harden top two, both over 100 points, kind of locked in at this point. I mean, they can have an absolutely horrible race and still make it. Really, the top, I would say five or six guys could. When you get down to 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, that's where it gets interesting. All those drivers really separated by just a few points. Really keep your eye on that cut line that right now is below Kevin Jordan. Brandon Hughes, O'Connor, Vincent, Marshall Harris, all below that current cut line there. So all those guys are going to need a really good finish here tonight to advance. Brandon Hughes going to have to finish at least 3 spots ahead of Kevin Jordan, if not 4, to advance. Currently watching Lottie can put in some of his qualifying laps. Chase Harden has locked in his first lap of the 115, followed by Corey Raboyne. Now just give me a split second here. I got to put an overlay on real quick. You would think after all this time I would remember to put all my overlays on. there we go. We are back and we are live. As I think that's a newcomer coming in. Do not recognize that name. Matisse Villicente? I think I said that right. I might have butchered it. Gets a pole position here. Non-playoff driver, I believe the first race here in Mdot. And then get the pole. We have yet to see 4J put in a lap. I think he's getting ready to do that right now. Let's see what 4J puts down. Jay a little slow on that first lap. Must have spun out or something somewhere. Another guy we haven't seen put in a lap yet is Joyner. Joyner had some issues, I believe. Chase Harden going to have to settle with a second place starting position as of now. Unless someone can best him. So for Jade will not improve his lap time. It looks like he'll be starting P8 as of now. Now watching Mr. William Poland. I think I said that right. I have no idea. He puts in a lap. We'll have to wait for some qualifying to get put in. Let's go ahead and take a look at the race info here. Watkins Glen, almost a 2.5 mile track. Has all sorts of different configurations. If you watch the endurance race, you watch us run the boot section. You see at the bottom hand of your screen right there. Kind of go bottom hand, left hand corner. That's what we ran there. But here tonight, we are shortcutting that boot. We are driving straight out of that long right hand turn after the S's or the bus stop, whichever one you want to call those. 115-degree track temp, so definitely they're gonna have their handful with a really hot track, really loose race truck, and it's gonna be interesting. Last time I broadcast a Watkins Glen for a league race for points, they put it 3 wide in the S's, so don't oversee that here tonight. It's gonna be interesting if we do, but it's definitely gonna be a good one. I think we have 15 drivers here tonight, 16 maybe. Well, a decent amount of drivers should put on a good show, and it is a cut race, like every race has been this playoff so far. So it is showtime for a lot of these drivers. I don't think anyone else on the track. We're just filling in time at the point. Let's see if we can't pull anyone up. Not really seeing anyone I can pull down here. Alrighty, I think we got the time. Let's talk some crew chiefs here tonight. Hey, Greg Klein, I see in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey man, you're kind of known as one of the more, I mean, other than Eric, because he seems to always best you. You kind of known as one of the more road course guys when it comes to this league. You know, most consistent. I think I've seen you top 5 every single time. If I'm not wrong, you're crew chief for Kevin today, right?
Actually, I'm just owning it right now. I'm actually practicing for our endurance series coming up, so I'm just chatting with Kevin at the same time.
Dang man, I thought you were in there crew chief form to get your point of view on what you might be telling them throughout the race. You know, because I mean, me and you both know road course and we're endurance guys. It's all about patience and consistency. And
that's pretty much what I'm telling him. Just don't overdrive the car, take care of it, be smooth, easy on the throttle. I mean, that's kind of the whole trick right there.
Yeah, and I think another thing people don't talk about a lot when it comes to road courses, and it's really important to talk about, is rhythm.
Yes. And
that's another reason I want to talk to you, because being a road course guy yourself, like me, when you break that rhythm, like, tell these viewers how hard it is to get back into it, because I can't do it. It's difficult for me. When I break that rhythm, I'm like, great, my race is over, I'm done. And I start missing breaking points.
I'm not quite that bad. If I get my rhythm broken like that, it's probably at least a half lap before I get any of it back. Sometimes a full lap, depending on the track. But it does take a little bit to get that rhythm going and kind of get back in the flow like you need to be.
Well, all right, man. Good luck in your race. I thought you're crew chiefing, but figured I'd get your insight on this track since you're
no, I'm just we got a couple of new tracks on the endurance series I haven't really raced before, so it's time to learn some tracks.
All right, man. Good luck.
Yeah, have fun.
All right, let's pull Mr. Forns in here. Good old Matt, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you crew chiefing, or are you doing your own thing to BSing with Chase?
Nah, helping him crew chief a little bit.
Alright, good. I pulled Greg in here. He wasn't actually crew chief. I thought he was. I mean, Chase, damn, he qualified P2. That's impressive. Talking through, what you're telling Chase throughout the race, I mean, he's damn near locked in. I mean, almost 20 points above the cut line. I think he can finish dead last and still be good. Well, what are you talking through here tonight as the race goes on?
I'm not the best road racer or the best crew chief.
I don't know. You got fit.
Try to keep them calm and try to get him to keep it on track and keep him running smooth around the track. And with me doing his tires and stuff, he doesn't have to be concerned about that. So yeah, I just wanted to keep him on track. If he can keep it on track, I think he'll have a decent finish tonight.
Yeah, and I was talking to Greg about it, about the rhythm. I want to talk to some crew chief. Like if Chase goes off track, how are you going to be able to be like, hey man, just chillax, it's one mistake, keep it going, don't make another mistake like that. Like how important is it for him to get back into that rhythm?
No, it's extremely important. I mean, I know that, and you know that as well. And
oh yeah,
getting back in that rhythm comes easier to some and harder to others. I know it's not easy for me to get back into a rhythm when I screw up. It takes me a few laps, not on a road course, but like an oval. But it takes a little bit to get back in that rhythm for me. We'll see how Chase does tonight. I'm sure he's going to get a couple off tracks, just like everyone else on the track. So we'll see how he does. I'm just going to try to keep him calm and try to keep him in the rhythm and see where we finish.
All right, man. To Chase, I think good luck.
All right, man. Thanks.
I know I sound like a dead horse when I say rhythm, but rhythm on road courses, it's so important. I remember Charlotte Roble. I was running top 5, missed one chicane. I don't even think I hit the wall. I think I spun out, and it just screwed my rhythm up. Within another lap, I'd put myself in the wall, and my race was over. So when you go off track, you get an incident. Getting that rhythm back is everything on these road courses. But you guys come out of the final turn, which I believe is turn 10.
Green.
Getting ready to take the green there. Ford might have jumped to start a little bit. Shouldn't possibly keep it out for a penalty, but the action towards the back of the pack as we go ahead and watch Chase Harden make his way through turn 1 along with Kevin Jordan. 1, 2, 3. David McGuire having a good playoff run, currently sitting above that cut line, running in the top 5 here on the first lap. Ooh, Chad Wiggins having troubles early in the S's. Don't know if that's going to collect anyone else. I don't think it will. Let's go back and re-watch that and see what exactly happened here. Brandon Hughes has some issues as well. He's got a little loose. I was talking about getting loose. Hits the wall. Kind of minimal damage there. Oh, as I say that, I think slingshotted him out. Brandon Hughes a problem. So let's go take a look at Brandon Hughes' issues. Brandon Hughes needs a good finish today. Oh! Right in the back of Robert Morrison he goes. Big damage early on for that 32 machine. Back to the lead. It's all Matisse right now. I think might have a battle brewing for P6 here between Polian, Ladiki, and Raboyne. As Hughes is already in pit lane, not what you wanted to see below the cut line. Needed a good finish here tonight, and he might be out early. Tough break for Brandon Hughes. Looks like 4J has some action around him. Him and Anthony Ederton fighting it out. 4J, none of those guys is trying to bite his time here tonight. I think he's about 15 points above the cut line with only 15 drivers racing tonight. He should be automatically in. So he should be sweating too much here tonight. As he'll for sure be one of the favorites going into next week at Homestead. As I'm hearing tires squealing and screeching in front of him. See the 83 of Vincent going around. See what happened here with the 83 of Vincent. Another playoff. Ooh, just misses breaking point going to the second to the last turn. Spins it around. Able to keep it going for Jay. Able to miss him. Lucky break there for the 83. No one else involved in that. As Kevin Jordan has made his way into P2. A neat little looking armor all truck. Different truck than what we're used to seeing. He's usually run, I believe, a blue and yellow paint scheme. Changed it up for this week, running an armor all paint scheme. Top three. Villasante, Jordan, Harden. And how about McGuire? I keep saying it, but he has had a really good playoff run. Currently sitting, I believe, in 5th or so in the points. Currently running in 4th, kind of locking himself into the championship race as of right now. A little bit of a hiccup there going into turn 1. Able to collect the truck, don't keep it going. Loses a little bit of time to Raboyne, who's going to close that gap ever so slightly. Brandon Hughes is back out on track, a lap down. So he's going to have to hope for some issues out of some of these guys to make it into the championship race at this point. Ooh, someone getting sideways. I think that was the number. Ooh, who was that? 78 of Marshall getting sideways there, able to save it. Ooh, with McGuire having issues, he just dropped 2 spots on the leaderboard. I think he might have spun out. No, maybe not. I was Vincent having some issues earlier in the race. Popped up on my score tracker. Not sure what happened with David there. We're going back to our leader, Mr. Matisse. This guy got to be a road course driver. Right now, this is the most grouped up pack of trucks we have out on track. 24, 54, and 51. All grouped together within a second or so. And this is all for the battle for P4. As Chase Harden's entered pit lane. Oh, he spun out on pit lane. Go back and see what happened there with Mr. Chase. That is such a bad spot to spin out. It's because you can't really... I would have just drove it forward here. What is he doing? Huh. Alrighty. That was interesting by Chase. I would have just driven forward out of pit lane after a black flag clear. Mr. Harden gonna drop from third all the way down to 13th. Plenty of time to make up some spots here, but it's not easy to pass here at Watkins Glen. Not easy at all. But now this battle is brewing up even more for Lidakira, Boyne, and Poland here. This is the battle for the final podium spot now. Let's go ahead and see where each driver is gaining and losing time at here. You break this track down into sectors. I believe Watkins Glen Cup configuration has 4 sectors? 3 sectors? 3. Brandon Hughes jumped the pits and he is out of the race. It's a tough break for everyone's favorite ARCA and truck driver as he will be out of the playoffs. But hey, he still has a shot in ARCA. That race will be Corey Boyne having issues. Heard that happen behind Poland. Into turn 1, I think it was off the throttle, and was he able to stay off the wall? He was. What a great job that was by Reboyne there, able to keep it off the wall. No damage, just a little bit of a flat spot on your tires. Poland's kind of comfortably starting to pull away from Lidakey here. He's been faster the last 5 sectors or so. Let's see what sector 2 shows here on this lap. Yeah, he's still a little faster. Yeah, Graham Poland, or I hope to say your first name. I want to say Graham. He's just pulling away from Ladiki at this point. I mean, and in the meantime, this 4 machine is just pulling away from the whole field. Let's go ahead and write cockpit view with him for a lap or so here. So smooth on the back on that throttle he is. As Chase Harden, after the hiccup he's made his way back in. Oh, he had. Wow. I thought he made his way back into the top 10, but has issues yet again here. As I was getting ready to transition over. Going into turn 1, slips up. Oh, almost gets clipped by the 78 of Harris. Able to keep it rolling, though. No damage there that time. 4J has some issues. Let's go look at 4J's issues. Wow, that's an impressive job to save that thing. Marshall Harris and Vincent back, it looks like they might have got collected in right here. That final turn, Marshall gets loose, spins it around, nowhere for Vincent to go. Right into that left rear he goes. That's a tough break for Marshall. He needs a good finish here tonight. And how about this 19 machine of 4J? Definitely was not the fastest out there on track for qualifying. But he's made his way into the top 5 just by being consistent, as Nick Joyner having some issues. Right into the bus stop. Probably the best spot on this track when no one's around you to overshoot your turn. Such a big area for you to run off at. We're getting back to the halfway point. We started with 25 laps. This 4 machine's starting to work on some lap traffic here, trying to get around the 78 of Marshall Harris. And this is where things are going to start getting sketchy for him. See, Kevin Jordan starting to kind of close that gap here as Matisse is struggling with his lap traffic. Matisse around the 78, 22. fairly easy, but now he's gonna have Vincent and Chase coming up, to come up on here in about probably a lap or so. Who catch him? Alex 4J has made his way into the fourth place position now. Getting around that 45 machine of Morrison, who's multiple laps down. Morrison doing a great job getting out of the way there. We have 12 to go here tonight. Wondering who's going to be the first taker. As I say that, looks like Kevin Jordan's going to come to pit lane this time by. As well as at 54, he's going to pit. Let's see what the 19 does here. 1904, Jay is pitting this time. See what the 4 does this time by. 2000 bringing into pit lane to get some new tires and fuel. If he stays out, he's to stay out one more lap. Kind of like the force steal as long as he has. I just checked. He is off 3 seconds, about 3 seconds from the fastest lap time. They take some time for the sector 1 data to load in. We'll see exactly how much faster Kevin Jordan is in these first 2 sectors here. See what the 4 does this time by. David McGuire, who's on fresh tires, come up behind the 4's coming to pit lane. Yes. Yes, second and a half of sector 1 alone. This might get interesting for the lead. And here comes Kevin Jordan around turn 1. Oh, overcooked a little bit. They're getting into it. Able to keep it going straight. And 4 is going to blend in right in front of Kevin Jordan. The 1 and 2 are within a second of each other. This is going to get interesting. Oh, Kevin getting loose just going into the long right-hander, saves it. Gonna lose a ton of time to the 4 machine, but what a save that was by the 95 to keep it going straight there. Kevin Jordan really have to make sure he keeps his 4 within striking distance. They cross the line this time by 9 to go here tonight. Matisse really starting to pull away from Jordan. I see that Jordan had a little bit better of sector 1 than Matisse did. Matisse definitely have a stronger sector 2 here. Like Alex 4J has some issues earlier on. Let's check his issues out. He had a couple of them. Almost had it drifted around the whole corner. I just popped up twice and he had an off track just recently. Ooh. Wow. Go back live. 8 to go, come to 7 to go. The crosses get ready to start finish line here in about a quarter of a lap or so. And still Matisse leading the way, dominating the field here tonight. Ooh, there's a car stopped in front of Matisse there. Nick Joyner having issues. Boom. We got a battle for 6th room right here between Brooke Boyne and Chad Wiggins. 4J not too far behind these guys. Oh, Wiggins gonna lose it coming out of the final turn into pit lane. And that is a hard hit for that 3 machine. Trying to spin it around. He's going to be able to spin it around. Chase Harden, after all the issues he had, he's now looking at a top 10 finish, currently running in 8th place. Really not seeing too many other battles going on out there right now. So one bad thing about road course racing is races are they're short, but they're also kind of stale. Not too many battles going on. So we'll watch leader here for a bit and see if he comes across any issues. Across the line here, 5 to go here at Watkins Glen. Ooh, Forrest shoots that turn way wide coming out of the right-hander. So it's been nothing but the Matisse show here tonight. As McGuire now has Chase Harden breathed down his neck. This is for P7. Ooh, Chase getting a little loose in the bus stop. Able to collect it though. So Chase still showing off some resiliency here tonight. Has had a couple spins, but he's made his way back up into the top 7 now. See the leader's right behind him here. You're already across the start finish on 3 to go. And I mean, if you're Matisse, don't even put your issue around these guys. Let them race their race. There's no need to possibly get involved in an accident with them. You have an 8-second lead with 3 to go. McGuire's gonna let Matisse by here. I think Chase Harden would be the last lap car that Matisse would have to run into. I don't see Matisse catching up to 4J unless 4J makes a mistake. As I say that, 4J has been slowly but surely chasing that Raboy for that top 5 finish. Go ahead and take a look at some last lap times here. You see 4J really chasing down Raboy. I'm kind of curious if Chasing will put up a fight here. I mean, this is probably one of the most difficult cars to lap if you're Matisse, is Chase. Chase was fast in qualifying, made some mistakes to kind of put him back here. Oh, Raboy has the issues and allowed 4J to put himself into P5. We're looking back and see what happened here to Raboy. Turn 1 with everyone's kryptonite. Oh, Marshall Harris overshoots Raboy trying to go low and boom into the inside wall. Go back live. Chase Harden still on the lead lap. Trying everything he can to finish on the lead lap here tonight. He's actually catching up to Raboy as well. Ford's going to look low here coming out of the long right-hander. He has that position. Will Chase give it to him, though, going into the second to last turn here. He's driving the wheels off that number 5 Chevy. lap for the leader here. For the leader, because Chase still has 2 to go unless he gets lapped, but Chase does not want to get lapped here. He knows if he can complete these 2 laps, he'll be able to get around Raboyne and get 1 more spot. I mean, he doesn't really need it, but Chase competitive like me, you want to get every spot you can out of the road course. Dave McGuire, after a pretty solid outing, has jumped to pits. He's going to fall all the way back to 13th place. I think at this point, the number 4 is kind of laid off here. Knowing he has a damn near 10-second lead, he's going to let these 2 fight it out for position. Chase has to be smart here, not overdrive the truck. Still hit your marks. He's within striking distance. Chase gonna look to dive on the 24 going into the turn. Can't quite get it done. 24 is gonna overshoot that turn. Chase gonna go low. Chase into P6 and slide a little bit of corner exit. 1 to go here for Chase as the 4 of Matisse comes across the line and collects a checker flag. First start, first win for Matisse. Kevin Jordan to come in P2. Followed by Poland. We finally get to figure out how you pronounce his name. Chase Harden will get himself a 6th place finish after everything he went through. Way to drive through it, kid. I want to say, like, yeah. Also, forgot to mention this, but no racing will be going on Friday or Monday. We will be off for Labor Day weekend. So those playoff races will be pushed back a week. And not even a burnout 4? Come on, buddy. What are you doing, man? Wait for guys to join the podium finisher chat. As Poland has joined, let's go ahead and pull him up here. What is going on, Poland? You got a copy?
Yep.
All right, first and foremost, I'm so glad you finally got podium. How the hell do you say your first name?
Guillaume.
Guillaume.
Guillaume. Yes.
And the last name, Poulin? Poulin?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to keep calling you Poulin because...
Yes, no problem.
Guillaume. I can say that. But, man, not a playoff driver here tonight. Came out here, got yourself a top 3, dude. Talking through the night, man. I don't think you had any issues. I don't recall calling your name out going off track or anything.
No, it was a very good race. Consistent. Don't make no error during the race. So very happy about tonight's race.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you you're more of a road course guy. We don't see you up here too much in the top 5 in oval. Come out here to road course and got that P3, man. Where do you think everyone else, the 95 and 4 were finding that speed that you quite couldn't find.
I think they just go all out, wide open every lap. Just push, and don't know me. I take one lap by one and don't make error and just finish the race. It was the important things for me tonight.
Yeah, and it worked out, man. I think the top 4 didn't make a single mistake. A lot of you might have made one, but definitely the top 3, no mistakes made between you 3, and definitely showed. Got your first podium of the season, man. Gotta ask you moving up to Xfinity next season, or are you staying down here in trucks for another season?
Yes, probably stay in truck for another season. Maybe join the Vince teams. I think it's TMG.
Gotcha, man. Well, congrats on your P3.
Yep.
For anyone who want to give shout outs to, now's your time.
Thank you.
Let's bring in our one and only playoff driver to finish in the top 3, Mr. Kevin Jordan.
Hello.
What's going on, man? You were there. You were at that cut line. You know you needed a good finish here tonight. Came in second. Man, where was that 4 beating you at, man? Because you were there at the end of the pit stop cycles, and you were right on his bumper. Where do you think he had that speed that you didn't?
Basically turn 1. Every time I hit turn 1, the truck just wanted to, jack up the back and try to get around on me. So it's just going slower and slower there. So I'm thinking that's where I lost most of my time.
Yeah, and turn 1 and S's on this track are probably the most important places to get a really good exit because you have such a long straightaway after them.
Right.
So that makes sense, dude. But man, we're going to Homestead next week, dude. You're in the championship 8. I mean, we got to mention the fast guys. We got to mention 4J, Lidecky, Chase, who's had an outstanding playoff run. Raboyne, who's been up there, man. What are your worries going into next week for that championship?
I mean, basically just trying to keep up with, the top 3 or 4 guys that was, there all season. We all know who they are, so just gotta put my practice in, and hopefully we get a good result.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't gotta win the race. You just gotta be the top out of the 8. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, so, I mean, hopefully there's, some luck comes to our side and, walk away with it.
Yeah, and speaking of luck, man, the last time we saw you, leading the oval race, luck was not on your side. Did you get that issue figured out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, yeah. I replaced a couple things there and done some updating, so it's should be good to go.
All right, man. Congrats on the top 2, and congrats on getting yourself into the championship.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, let's go and pull in Matisse. Are you there? Hello?
Hello, guys. How are you?
I'm good, man. I gotta ask you, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Matisse Villasante?
Yes, Matias Villasante.
Holy cow, I got your last name right. That's insane. All right, man. First race here in Mdot. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I've seen your name on the scoreboard. So I think this is your first race. You come out here and absolutely dominate this road course. Is this something we're going to see out of you at the oval races, or are you just a road course guy?
First of all, thank you very much. I want to thank Omnia Motorsports for giving me the opportunity to race for the team. Yes, this was my first big race in MDOT. I was dragged here by Leandro Bonini, another ARCA race driver for Omnia Motorsports, who convinced me to race here. And it turns out that I was practicing for Watkins Glen 6-hour endurance event, and I always liked NASCAR cars, like the trucks and Xfinity and Next Gen. Yes, almost out of the blue, I came up here. I found a great group of people. Luckily, I drove to the victory at the Glen. Let's see if I have the same luck at the Oval at Homestead. I'll try my best to keep this pace, but it's another kind of racing, another kind of strategy. So I got to practice even more for Homestead.
Yeah, man, a little upset. You didn't give us a little smoke show at the end of that race. You kind of just parked it. I was expecting a burnout, and you're like, I'm tired. I'm just going to park the thing.
Yeah, I was too tired to to think on that. This truck really makes one to put all the effort and all the sacrifice possible in order to keep it on the track. I in practices for each lap I try to push and make like a qualifying time. The tires overheated and I suffered for the next like 5 or 6 laps in order to cool them down. So it's quite challenging to race these trucks. I find it very challenging, like at the level of the next gen Cup cars. So well, I'm very happy for this result, and I would like again to thank Omnia Motorsports and AFRT, a Fondo Racing team, which is the love of my life in terms of sim racing, of esports. I would like to thank them as well for giving me the opportunity to race for Omnia.
All right, man. Once again, congratulations on collecting your win, and see what you can do at the Oval.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Nice broadcasting. Keep up the good work.
All right, so I pulled up the scoreboard because I know there's some guys driving. The big thing on here is that third spot driver Simone not making it. That is going to be interesting because that's going to be really interesting. I think that's going to move Hughes into the Championship 8 depending on how the points play out. I'm going to look, see if they've been updated already. If they have, I'll give you all an update on it. They have not. So definitely stay tuned. I'll give you all an update on Thursday night for the ARCA race. But appreciate you guys like always tuning in. I know it wasn't the most exciting race, but hey, we got to get our little road course fix in every season. So we'll definitely catch you on next time. Next time I am live will be Thursday night at 9 for 60 laps of racing as the ARCA series starts their round of 8 off. As it's getting down to the nitty gritty for those guys. I'm definitely tuning in for that. And Marshall, you were ahead of Hughes, but you were also 19 points behind